began, he's been in the advertising field for some years, and although he's the general manager of iCARE, he won an award from iCARE, which I was very surprised to learn until I found out that he won the award from iCARE before he joined the company. Is that correct? So otherwise, so that particular award had to do with elderly people and orphans. So he now manages creating social business plan contests and a couple of other activities which will probably mention to you. I hope you'll put your hands together and join me in welcoming Khun Tarakorn.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for Khun for a little introduce about me. Yes, it's a little bit confused that why I won an award and then I become the here. Yeah, because actually I have joined the contest on the year 2008, and then on that time I'm still one of the copywriter as a creative director in the one agency. But then on that time, it just at the point of changing my life. I have a chance to do a business plan and communication campaign with some kind of product that really impressed me. On that time, the CEO of Magnolia have a plan that it's just an imagination that if we can build a home for an orphan and an elder to live together with the. On that time, on 4 years ago in Thailand, this word is not that famous. But use the model of social enterprise to grow up this kind of model. It's very challenging business plan, and on that time I joined the contest, and even now, maybe of course we didn't start this business yet, but it has a very good experience for me to join the contest and change my paradigm of thinking and the way of communication. And later for the couple of years, then my boss has invited me to join the Magnolia and turn iCARE not only the contest award into an organization, okay, which I have briefly to introduce you to today. Okay, doing business with the heart on the topic of today is not my own word. I follow my boss. She always talk about doing things with the heart first, and for me it's a very passionate journey, and today I really glad to have a chance to share something for you. Okay, as iCARE, actually our corporation Magnolia is one of the real estate developer in Thailand, and we have the belief that the tagline is think and create for human sustainability. Every product, every project we build, we try to emphasize on the best quality, the best design, and the best eco-friendly. And also another way, for the tendency of many of companies do the CSR project, right? Our board of management think that not just make it as a budget as a project yearly, but develop a team as an iCARE group. For our belief, this is starting with thinking and create for human sustainability. This is the Thai pillar of our Magnolia belief. First of all, we emphasize on boundaryless life quality design, then to build an ultimate loving community. For the final result is absolute world care. Yes, this is our brand belief. And iCARE, right? iCARE stands for Innovations World Care. As I told you, actually we begin with an award and contest. In Thai, we say idea ดีๆเพื่อโลกที่เรา care. It means good idea for the world we love, something like that. And we believe that our world will be a much better place to live if the hands and the hearts of those who live together and co-creatively making a good idea comes true. And since I have some experience from IT agency, so I thinking about develop our own tiny agency but only our client is a social campaign or social organization. We are setting up to serve this. What we do, right? We think we want to combine idea and innovation and with the things with love and care and combine together and to make it come true to build a creative social action, something like that. Okay, we do connect and communicate for both sides of the people who working in the society. From left hand side, we talking about the youth, designer, business people and organization. Invite them to join with the social organization, social enterprise, and our volunteer things to join and do the campaign. Most of our campaigns, we have planned to announce an awards twice a year. As I told you, in the first 2008, our award emphasize on supporting the social enterprise. On 2008, we have the business contest. As I told you, it's about the orphan and elderly together. And then in year 2010, we had again creative social business contest. We selected social problem and social activists who already run that social activity and invited people to develop it into the social enterprise. And then this year, we just launched this campaign. We have called it Creative Volunteer Contest. For this year, we have invited about 4 social enterprise newly set up. They already set up the business, they have the target, but they didn't have the promote campaign or communication campaign yet. So we invite all creative people, maybe you working or student, to join and take these 4 social enterprise as a brief and do the contest. As I'm talking now we in the middle of the contest. Yes. Okay. I have a short video for you. Yeah. For every time we do a communication, we try to make the social campaign or social activity look impressive and look creatively for the young people to join and take a chance to join us. For this video campaign, we have a good chance. We have many celebrities to speak for us for the campaign of the award.
เอาแค่เมตตาก่อนพอตั้งใจจะทำผลเป็นไงไม่ต้องสนใจหรอกความคิดสร้างสรรค์ถ้าเอาตรงๆเลยก็คือความคิดที่ทำให้เกิดอะไรบางอย่างกับชีวิตมันก็อยู่ที่ว่าเราจะใช้ความคิดนั้นสร้างให้กับตัวเราก่อนหรือว่าสร้างให้กับคนรอบข้าง
คนคนหนึ่งสามารถที่เปลี่ยนไปทำให้เกิดการกระทำที่เปลี่ยนไปจะทำที่ดีขึ้นและมันเปลี่ยนโลกได้ซึ่งสิ่งนั้นเขาที่เปลี่ยนไปก็ต้องมีความคิดสร้างสรรค์
การก้าวไปข้างหน้าอย่างมั่นคงเนี่ยเกิดขึ้นได้จากความคิดสร้างสรรค์ถ้าเราเองไม่เป็นปัญหาของสังคมต้องเป็นปัญหาถ้าเราทำได้กับมันเราสามารถทำสิ่งดีๆเรื่องใดเรื่องหนึ่งให้เป็นประโยชน์ได้สังคมก็เป็นประโยชน์ที่มันเราเห็นปัญหาเรารู้ว่าเราเองก็มีความสามารถการแก้ปัญหาได้ไม่ถึงบนดีกว่าเราออกมาเอาความรู้ที่เรามีประสบการณ์ที่เรามีมาช่วยแก้ปัญหาได้ดีกว่าพลังนั้นแหละที่การบ่นก็เลยทำ
And okay, little bit short briefly about our organization, right? For today, doing business with the heart, journey of value creation. I think we will introduce briefly about the journey of today. I think I will bring you to outside of our heart is about the world, and then inside our heart is what Magnolia did for this journey, and then also I have a little bit sharing inside of my heart of my world too. Okay, outside our heart is the world. It's about the global training, branding, and communication. And most of the topic today I bring it from the marketing point 3.0, and about the brand 10 it's about the good brand, and also the people trend about the collaboration. For the marketing 3.0, we can see it for the cover. The Philip Kotler said that it's about from products to customer to human spirit. I think it's the first time that marketing tools and business tools going to something deep inside human being. A very interesting topic. Okay, the evolution of the marketing, right? In this book, Philip Kotler shares that they have three phases of the marketing. In the first period, they have marketing 1.0 is product centric or product oriented. It means that if you can build any product that better with lower cost and better distribution, you are the winner, right? Not because there are so very few people can produce the thing, and most of the value emphasized on that era is the functional benefit. And then you can see that from the advertising of the Coca-Cola on that time, benefit, simple, where to buy, why you buy, only something like that. And then for the 2.0, it bring to another side the consumer centric. Emphasize on the use, on the feeling and the reason of buying from the consumer side. Is combining about the functional and emotional benefit. And for marketing, you can see from the print ad and things. For marketing 3.0 is value centric. It's a time that every brand try to creating value and creating good thing for the consumer, not just the functional and emotional, and also the rational for the consumer to endorse with the brand. This is quite old, but it's very interesting turning point of the Coca-Cola. Once Coca-Cola have launched the campaign of the Coke side of life, I think the Coke side of life is coming from the slang of the bright side of life, looking things at it positively. I think it's the first time of the global brand to take himself. He's not just the drink anymore, but he's the brand become the attitude. The bright, the Coke is the bright. It means that the communication way of the brands become larger and larger, more than functional, more than rational, but value creation, something like that. Okay, we can see that from the development of the communication and things, and you can see it's become less and less commercial thing and come to the world and art representation that the bright side of life, the Coke side of life can bring anything to you. Very, very nice campaign, and I think on that time is beginning of the better internet, and so they invite people to do the collaboration to inspire that what to the Coke side of life in their meaning, and they have very good and nice artwork here. Okay, I have a little one video that really nice and also come from the Coke side of life. Okay.
Hola, Aitana. Me llamo José Mascaró y tengo 102 años. Soy un suertudo. Suerte por haber nacido como tú. Por poder abrazar a mi mujer. Por haber conocido a mis amigos. Por haberme despedido de ellos. Por seguir aquí. Te preguntarás cuál es la razón de venir a conocerte hoy. Es que muchos te dirán que a quién se le ocurre llegar en los tiempos que corren, que hay crisis, que no se puede. Esto te hará fuerte. Yo en un momento soy triste, pero al final de lo único que te vas a acordar es de las cosas buenas. No te entretengas en tonterías que las hay y vete a buscar lo que te haga feliz. El tiempo corre muy deprisa. He vivido 102 años y te aseguro que lo único que no te va a gustar de la vida es que te va a parecer demasiado corta. Estás aquí para ser feliz.
It looks not like the Coke, but it's very, I think the message is very, very clear and very nice. Okay, and from my point of view, I think that for marketing 3.0, it came from the functional to emotional, from volume of selling to value, from money to happiness, and from body to mind and materialism to spiritual things. Okay. And there's kind of another corporate advertising that were quite interesting. This is a corporate campaign of the Standard Chartered Bank. They have launched their new core value.
Can a bank really stand for something? Can it balance its ambition with its conscience? To do what it must, not what it can. As not everything in life that counts can be counted. Can it not only look at the profit it makes, but how it makes that profit? And stand beside people, not above them. Where every solution depends on each person. Simply by doing good, can a bank in fact be great? In the many places we call home, our purpose remains the same. To be here for people, here for progress, here for the long run, here for good.
And about the brand trend about doing the good thing to the world, it's just like now we are in the social innovation 2.0. This session I take it from the mechanics in Thailand. We have studied this, and it's about the trend in the communication of the brand. It try to invite people to participate positively and make the world a better place. There's also one very nice campaign for the Japanese high-speed train. They invite the people who live along the Japan for their new trial, and to celebrate this new journey. Want to invite people who live by their life to take welcome this new. From this campaign, I have learned a lot from this, because this kind of advertising have been changed since when I beginning in the advertising industry. On that, about a decade ago, creative people try to propose an idea how smart he is to tell things about the brand. So most of the creativity come from how sharp your headline is, how nice you're doing your visual and things. But now I think for 4 or 5 years ago, the trend has been changed. Is that the brand that try to gathering people to join that use their creativity to ask a truth for the brand. But to invite people to make creativity for you, you have to be a good brand and a good content too. And it's a good trend of communication. Even in China, I still found some of my friends in the industry that still beginning to really feel knowing and aware of these changes, but some people still use their own word to just saying from the brand and the production side how good I am, how good my product is. But I think it's really outdated now. Now the voice is turning to the people side, and people love your brand. He really love your brand, but if he hate your brand, you do everything on the social network, and everybody know that it's not no more 10 million baht advertising anymore, right? Okay, I think it's a good trend. So come to the next chapter is about the people trend, about the collaboration and things. I think this is I kept from the Time magazine to say that in 2006, it's the first time that the people of the year is not the people, it's YouTube on that year that celebrate people who put a lot of clip and video, they create the video channel ever, right? And in the 2010, this guy, Mark Zuckerberg, who invented established the Facebook as the people of the year, and for last year, the protester. And we can see the connection of this media, people, power, people become more and more powerful to the media, to the era of this space of communication. I think the mass collaborative model will be very powerful to change. For example, it's just like if we live separately, just like one little bird, we cannot stop a giant airplane, right? But this, right? The collaboration and the networking, I think, is very powerful, and very creativity idea will come from the mass collaboration too. Okay, to make a world better place, I think is maybe the possible. Okay, and for now on, so what did the brand do? They try to combine this the brand side, the consumer side, and invite them to do some good cause together. It's a brand engagement, okay? Just like people will feel agree with your causes, and then co-creation do something good together. A couple of years ago, Pepsi have launched very interesting campaign. It's about, I think for this campaign is go far from just a fresh drink anymore. It's a Pepsi Refresh the World project. They have a campaign. It's about inviting people to send your idea and use social network for voting, and then they grant you a budget for do your idea. Okay, for the next chapter, I think for our as a Magnolia, what did we do, our campaign and things, I would like to short introduce about one of the campaign that we just did this year. And we know that our brand essence is about think and create for human sustainability, right? And this is our criteria of belief. And we invite people to make a good cause about changing, make a world better place. So we have iCARE as a social agency to do this, and we have one of the creative social project. We call it as a communication campaign. It's about new heart, new world,นะครับ. And I will tell you about the beginning, why we launched this campaign. I think there have been a lot of talking about the year 2012, the end of the world, I think. Okay, is this a trend or is it the truth? We don't know, right? Okay, but we can see that from environmental and things, everything become not that good. Oh, sorry. It's for an inconvenient truth about almost 10 years ago. This campaign has been launched and bringing about the high awareness about global warming. This campaign with outdoor and things make all the planet aware about the truth that happened with our environment. But it's truth about outside, but that also another side is the truth of the world inside us. It's about minding and believing. For our organization, if we are business that aim for making profit, right? For the new corporate that think and create benefit for all. Okay, if Magnolia want to be this kind of corporate, it's a new thinking, but I think it's not just the thinking, it's a new heart that believe in these things. And for this is I share from my boss. She once have told me that if we live with our heart and we care about ourselves only, it's okay, we can do that. It's depend on the other side of the heart. But if we live our life, work, and we care about many people, the side of our heart will become larger, and also the action and things and the way you do things will larger too. It's the change starting from the side of the heart that you allow it to grow. So from this new heart, I think it's also a lot of big change in our organization too. It's almost a year of the shift in our organization because Magnolia once used to did that's like housing, and for this year we are going to launch the high-rise condominium project, very luxury in the luxury place. It's the first time that we entering into this kind of project too. You can learn more about the value added that in our project. It's called Magnolia Luxury Boulevard. Okay, but for the world, it's also the crisis and things. But they have a lot of good chance too, the social networking and things that I show you. Why not? Of course, an old heart create an old world, but new heart can create the new way to see the world and create the new world. So it's starting off the campaign of new heart, new world. Okay. ภาษาไทยคือโลกเปลี่ยนไปเมื่อใจเปลี่ยนแปลงนะครับ Just change starting from your heart. Okay. So our corporate campaigns will invite the people to revisit his heart to see the new world. Okay, I have a short video for this campaign.
วันนี้เรากำลังพาโลกไปทางไหนการเปลี่ยนแปลงต่างๆกำลังจะนำเราไปสู่อะไร
for this campaign, what we do, we did an interview of 22 interesting people that have changed their life, that transformed, that changed their mind. And then we do a book. Actually, this campaign comes from, we also want to find a premium gift for New Year gift for our clients too and our business partner too. And then we publish the book for about 3,000 issues, and then the rest that we didn't give to our as a gift, right? So we sell to the public, and all the revenue will go to the Khun Tarakorn archive. It's a orchard market Khun Tarakorn. It's as a donation for developing about the new heart new world campaign too. This is a big idea about the book. We also have our fan page to share the real clip of why we do an interview. We also shoot a clip for 5 to 6 minutes short interview about how they change their life from within. We have about 22 clips now on Facebook. We share on our fan page, New Heart New World. You can go visit that. We have our YouTube channel too to share about the point of life that they change. Okay, so this is briefly about our campaign. Okay. And the final part of today, I have to do about a little caution. It's something, the following message contains personal assumption of my own belief too. Since I also have the interesting about the Dharma and things. Okay, I think about the world outside and also about the world inside. If you do the Google and call it the chakra they have, the chakra is they say that as the energy field they have about 7 points in our body, and each position of each chakra do different function. Okay, but one interesting to me that why these 7 chakra have 7 colors, but it's the same color as the color that we have in our universe of white and blue. You get the same color as the rainbow. It's just like the core color of the visibility of the light. And from the chakra, you will see that they just like they have to form personal point of view to engage with others. For example, for the first one, the red one is about the I am. It's about self or ego and things. And then the orange one is about the feeling. The orange. The yellow is about the doing. The green one is very interesting about the caring and love. And the blue one is on the throat. It's about speaking and communication. And this one very important is the third eye is the middle of our ego. It's about the intuition and things. And the highest one is about understanding or enlightenment, something like that. For these things, we can see that they have performed each function of life. I used to talk with my colleague that it's just like a seven gear or 7 dimension of people. You can go to all these 7 chakra or go to 3 or 4 only. Just like the first one is about selfness, survival, feeling, emotional, into action and creativity. First 3 is mostly focus and concentrate about ourselves. But then the heart chakra is very interesting. It's about caring others. You can see that the color is green, right? The ego always use color as green, and the natural tree is the color of it is green. Ego will use concentrate on this chakra. You can see the connection with things as Dharma. Or above that, they have the higher connection. It's about networking and sharing. It's on the blue and things. And for the blue one, it's higher and softer. It's about spiritual and Dharma. And the highest one is absolute truth, or we can call it selfless or God or things. I think the interesting thing is about on the middle of the chakra is from ego developing into non-self or egoless or anatta or anything in Dharma way. I used to read some article that say that most of the activism and people concerned about the earth have developed his heart into the green chakra level. This means that he become concerned less about himself, concerned more about others, but he still cannot go to the higher level of the chakra. And people say that from the first 4th level of chakra, people have conflict in each other. You mean that the capitalism will fight with egoism and things will have a little conflict. But if people evolve from the green to the blue, they will have a better understanding about the world, and they can see things very positively. And if they can develop themselves into maybe you can practice with vipassana or things, they can see things more clearly. And you can see that from the green chakra into the higher self, they have less conflict with others. But green and blue, they always do something that create conflict with others. And we don't need to talk about the higher, it's about Jesus or very noble people who have reached the final chakra. For me, I think for the new world, or people say that any of the old world is 2012, right? I think there will be a lot of people who can develop himself to the level of IC. I think many people will understand more and more about the naturality, the value, and the things. And these people will become the leader in the next generation. And they will help other people to develop the way they see the world. As I say, this is really my own opinion. Okay. I have one example. This is one is very interesting. Is a documentary. The director is one of the famous Hollywood directors. They did a film called I Am, and he used to be the director of the very funny film like S. Ventura, Bruce Almighty, and things. They have accidentally have the accident that he have in the past experience, and they have changed their mind. And once they change their mind, just like I say, maybe that move from the green level to the blue, they still use their expertise to communicate, what word to communicate.
My name is Tom Shadyac. I'm a movie director. Action! Facing my own death brought an instant sense of clarity and purpose. I decided to grab a camera and a film crew of 4 and start a journey to spark a conversation around challenging and rarely asked questions. Have you ever seen any of my movies? Did you ever see Ace Ventura? Ace Ventura? Have you ever heard that movie? It's a Jim Carrey movie. No. We are asking some of today's significant minds, what's wrong with our world and what can we do about it? Most importantly, what we can do about it.
Science has discovered elements that undermine everything we've been told about how we work and how the world works.
We are more interconnected with each other at a fundamental level than people realize or previously thought.
The truth of who we are is that we are because we belong.
The basis of nature is cooperation and democracy. It's in our DNA.
We're just at the point where technology and this narrative are beginning to come together.
Science shows us that we are all connected.
Very good connections at a deep level.
This is the most profound discovery in all of physics.
What we do at the individual level really does affect the global environment.
We're really geared at a primordial level, so you feel what another person feels.
That we are born to be our brother's keeper. It's the way that we're wired.
This is the emerging story.
We are far grander than we've been told.
started by asking what's wrong with the world, and we ended up discovering what's right with it.
Okay, let's come to the end of the presentation today, and I would like to thank you to listening. Okay.
Hello.
Can I go ahead? Oh, God. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the presentation. This is, I have to confess, the first presentation that I've ever seen about marketing. So it was very interesting for me. My name is Mia. Overall, I'm with the CSR Asia Center at AIP. And I really enjoyed seeing all these marketing clips. And I think that you absolutely have a point that what you've done is presented a number of sort of things, you know, especially with this last slide on the chakras, things that people want to feel. We want to feel like we're connected to others, like we love, like we care about the environment, that we're spiritual, and that by linking that to a marketing strategy, that people can see in a brand things that they want to feel about themselves anyway, and so they can, if they can then connect the brand to all those things, then it can build a strong brand allegiance. What's not clear to me is whether the brand, you know, what's really behind the market, the video, right? Is that what is the brand doing? In many of these cases, it seems like there's something, or maybe there's not anything. It's hard to tell if the brand is actually doing anything in its own business or in its actions, or for the people that it wants as loyal customers, to help people feel these things that they want to see and that they see in the advertising. So it is just unclear to me whether there is necessarily a link. I mean, in the Pepsi ad, they were sponsoring some innovation competition, and that seemed to be a good link. But how deep does this actually run? And is Magnolia actually, doing some of these things?
Okay, I think first of all, I think for most of the case I shared today is about all the clip and the communication campaign that the brand try to talk out. But we have to admit that for communication and advertising and branding, the voice of what we say is the easiest thing to do, to show out to the world that what the brand think, what the brand do. But as you said, actually, how can the brand act good as it said is another question, right? But I think one of the good thing that, okay, at least it has turned into this kind of communication. I think one good thing is, since I used to work in the advertising industry, we have spent a lot of money to telling people about not so good things and create some unneeded need and monitoring. Even this kind of change is still have a good point that it's just trying to educate the brand that when one brand standing itself and trying to communicate good things to others, it's just an example. But we have to admit that for the corporation, for the marketing teams, they have been graduated and all of his work experience come from competition and telling half truth. It's almost in his DNA. But into this kind of thing, they also have to be something like, just like me or my boss is just like have some change in their life that they're aware that I cannot do this anymore. I have to spend 100 million by years and to tell people to buy something that's very useless. I think this kind of decision or the brand to take himself turning to use their communication campaign to telling good things to others it depends on how the management team or the marketing team aware of as what they intend to do, not just communication. And for our corporation as Magnolia, I have a very inspired and impressive when I met my boss. Actually, she is one of the youngest daughter of one of the famous businessman in Thailand. So he have a good background, a good chance, and when he has our Magnolia is the real estate developer. It's just like family business, but her intention is he want to do the business that good building, good community, that make profit. Of course, our organization have to make profit, but the profit that we have, we will return to society. One of the vision of our group of companies is very sound unfamiliar. You know that we are in the group of DTGO. นะครับ Our DTGO have the mission vision. The first tagline is to help young people to have a better life and better learning. It's just like we try to do the business and then turn the benefit to social. But actually, Magnolia is not quite success yet in the business part. You can see that we are not one of the famous or the largest, the top real estate developer here. But I and my boss always think that we do it little by little. By my house. So in our project, we try to put good things, good environment, good design and things. And for the money that we have to do for CSR campaigns or things to build our image, we try to put more of the idea and make the money for the CSR campaign to be benefit to others. So for example, we did the iCARE awards thing. You can see that the iCARE awards campaign is quite far from the real estate developer. But we decided to use this a little sum of money to the public in order to encourage people to share their creativity to return to social. Or the New Heart New World campaign, we just like to use our budget to create a new kind of conversation among people that if we are afraid of any of the world, maybe we have to change our hearts first or something like that. I also have comments for some of our committee too that our campaign is maybe too far from what our business did. But when I check back to the think and create for human sustainability, I think what we did is still in that belief, but in other angle, more than just the building and things. Thank you.
I'm wondering about the internal part of your brand. I'm wondering whether Magnolia or iCARE is a company that treats its own people with a heart as well. And if so, can you give us maybe 1-2 examples of employee-related activities or any policies that you implemented reflect what you also want to convey outside?
Maybe for example that I know once of maybe the first project of our company is Magnolia, Southern California. It's located on the Baan Street, Baan Road. Okay. We built, of course, it's a luxury high-end house, but the company decided to do something that different to the industry. We have 30-year guarantee of 5 points of our house. My boss said that people buying a house is just like the biggest investment in their life. And most of the real estate, they did just 1 or 2 years of guarantee. But to buy a house, you have to pay a loan and do a lot of things to that. You have to live at least 10 or 20 or 30 years of things. So we have 30-year guarantee on 5 important things. It's just like the roof, the construction, and I don't know what it's called, the window and the door and things that we think that this 5 point is very important to deliver that to the people who stay in that home, that it's not easy to collect or to fix it up. It's one thing. Another thing is this house that we built for 3 generation concern. We have a large bedroom for the elderly people, and the architect that designed the home, they have to think that the wheelchair can go along all the house, have the lamping and things. The wheelchair can go into the bathroom and can move. This is some concern that we put in designing of our home. Yeah.
I'd also like to know, you probably have some HR department at Magnolia, I guess. Does that department follow the same message, doing business with the heart? Because for them it's all about your staff. So I'm wondering whether they have something that shows the same message.
Yeah, this is a good question, because if the brand didn't start from the corporate, we cannot make it real in our just like our home, our family. But actually, I have to admit that not all Magnolia people understand this well. Just like some people still come from selling side, he also look at me that, Khun Tarakorn, what are you doing? It doesn't help selling the home anymore. but my boss also keep saying that this is what she decided to do. She always tell me that whatever advertising we did, just put somewhere to return to the viewer. It's just like a big chance, a big area for me to play, to do the communication. But now, from now, we are trying to do the workshop and things about new hardware in our organization too. But I have to admit that we are not 100% completely rich.
Thank you for the presentation. Maybe pushing this line of questioning, we can lead by example. And I'm just curious if you or your boss or the daughter of this famous businessman live in those developments at all. So you could create products, services, experiences to others, but are you fully engaged as opposed to a 5-year guarantee? You live yourself the experience and can lead by example.
Example of what?
Of being a happy owner of one of those condos or houses or developments, living with your neighbors, that you help develop those houses and apartments for. Or do you live in your own, talking you, people in organizations, different places? So you fully integrate with the community you serve or not?
Yes, we also, actually it's the second point of the Magnolia to doing you can see that we have good design and loving community. So we are we thinking about not only building the good home, good design home, but have the good loving community too. And actually, there's also one thing that we bear in mind when we do the designing, the broader management, we always tell that doing the home or designing the home just like we building this house for our parents. This is represent the way they thinking, not about the fanciest design or the super eco design thing, but to bear in mind that we are going to build a home our parents. So if we love our parents that much, so we put good thing for him, right? Something like that.
Okay, if there are no other questions, I'd like to ask everyone to give Khun Tarakorn another round of applause to thank you very much for coming to present to us today. And on behalf of the Satin Center for Sustainability Management, I'd like to thank you, Khun Tarakorn, very much again. And thank you all for coming. We'll be announcing to you very soon about the next month's luncheon meeting, and we'll be sending out the presentation with his permission to you very soon. And have a good day. Thank you.